Hi, this is Misti-Dawn with the Manamal Streaming Radio, and I'm here with Shaun and Scott Smales from the band Spiral Crush out of Michigan. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me today. How you doing?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
doing well.
Really excited to have you guys. We've been listening to you here for a couple of weeks now, and really enjoy what you're doing. Can you start off by telling us about the band's name?
The band's name, simply put, is the first name that we came up with that not one person hated. So that's how it came from. Two songs by two different bands. There was a song by Anthrax, a song by a band called Sugar Tooth that had a song called Spiral. And I'm not really sure how we ended up putting those two together. And when we initially started the band, we were arguing over names, and the most you could get out of a three-piece is two guys liking a name and one guy absolutely hating it. But somehow we stumbled upon Spiral Crush, and everybody said, "Yeah, I don't hate that." That's good enough.
I think it's great. It's kind of just, it hits you when you hear it. You're like, yeah, that sounds badass. Now, was it always the plan?
Well, thanks.
Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Was what always the plan? To have the name sound badass?
Oh, no. I was getting into the second question. I think we're lagging a little bit, so just bear with me on that, too. Was it always the plan to be a three-piece band?
Not really. We always planned on finding another guitar player, to tell you the truth, but we never found the right guy. So
initially, I didn't even want to sing. We were going to look for a singer, and we never found a guy that sang or maybe wanted to sing with us. But so it's just like, hey, I want to play shows. I'll just start singing so we can get this thing rolling. And that was years and years before we actually were even Spiral Crush. We were just jamming with some other guys and dwindled down to a three-piece and ended up just playing live shows because we wanted to get out there and play. But then when we decided we were going to move forward, yeah, like Scott said, we intended to get another guitar player. We just never found the guy.
Now, your other bandmate is a childhood friend?
Yes, but the truth is, Jimmy, he's been with us since 2004, but he has decided to retire from playing in a band as of January of 2018. So currently we have two guys that are filling in on bass with us right now for live shows, but we're searching for a replacement for Jimmy.
Oh, well, we'll put that out there. Maybe we'll get somebody to audition for you there. People listen up.
Yeah.
And how would you got?
Hit us up on our Facebook page.
Yeah, right? Now, how do you define your sound?
How do you define it, Scott?
I just think we're a rock band that we're just trying to write music that we like. We're trying to write stuff that we, when we get together in a room, and if we're digging it, we just hope everybody else does. And we're just trying to write songs to the best that we can, and, just trying to write songs that are appealing to us and hope everybody else likes it. We're just a rock band, so
Scott defines us as a appealing rock band. I don't know. Yeah, I Scott. We I don't know. We've always just been fans of rock. It started, when we were really little kids with like 80s metal bands, and then it was classic rock, and then everything that came after that, the grunge, and even some punk and some power pop music, and we've just tried to meld all of our influences together to just kind of just do what we do. We never really tried to do anything. We just write songs, and I think it just comes out as a good mix of classic modern rock.
Can you give me some examples of your influences?
How long do you have? No, for us, it started out with we had Quiet Riot and Twisted Sister were the first two groups when we were little kids riding a bus. Our friend on the bus's dad was really into heavy metal, and he had a Quiet Riot tape, so we borrowed that from him, and that's kind of where it started. So the whole thing with us was like Kiss, Quiet Riot, Twisted Sister, Motley Crue, Rat. Those were like the first bands, Van Halen. And then after that, we kind of got into the classic rock stuff like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd,
the Beatles, the Stones, the Who,
the Doors. And, of course, we got into, Alice in Chains. And there were some newer bands, too, that we really liked, newer at the time in the 90s. So, like Fu Manchu. There was a group called Sugar Tooth that we both loved a lot.
All the Seattle stuff, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, definitely Stone Temple Pilots. And then even bands today, I really dig Papa Roach. We love Tool, and
I'm really into a lot of, I like Kings of Leon a lot now.
There's some bands too that aren't really well known, like Handsome, Sugartooth, Injected. Yeah.
Oh wow, well, that's quite an extensive. I mean, the different sounds that you're pulling together. I mean, you can really hear that in your songs. The people you're mentioning, you can get the undertones of each one of those.
Yeah, I think because we've listened to so much of them for so long, that's just a kind of in our DNA of how we feel music and think about music. So it kind of just comes out that way when we write, I guess.
Now, when you guys write, do you all write, or is it just mainly one?
No, we do it pretty organically, like jamming. I usually bring in like a riff or an idea or something, and we'll just kind of work it up into 2 parts, maybe 1 part, 2 parts, and just keep playing through it and cycling through it, and just sort of somebody will stumble upon something else. Maybe we'll do some scat vocals over it just to get some melody lines going.
Well, that sounds amazing. That's what I really enjoy about doing this, because a lot of times people just kind of take it that one person writes the songs, and since I've been interviewing, I hear a lot of them saying that they all get involved in the writing. So that's great.
Yeah, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
We lost you for a second, so we didn't know if we heard you.
Oh,
if you heard us. Yeah,
no,
we just jam together until something that we like happens.
Okay, that's perfectly awesome. Now, what are your long-term career goals?
To make money playing music.
Some want the fame and fortune.
It would be nice. Fame and fortune, like, certainly, I think everybody wants that. If that comes with a successful career. Our goal is to really not have to have, day jobs and be able to just play music, and whatever capacity that is, that's fine with me. I mean, of course, I'd love to become, a gigantic, successful, rich rock band. I think of it a lot like a business, It's like when you start out your band, you're like a small business. You're a mom and pop shop, and it's like hopefully one day maybe you can become Walmart, known throughout the world. But as long as you can keep your doors open of your business and keep making money, I'm happy.
That's the great thought on that one. Now, here's a question that I ask a lot, and the only reason I ask this question is because people just seem to think that, wow, they're in a rock band, they've got everything, that they ever need or ever want. They forget that you're human beings. So what has been your biggest challenge trying to get the band out there?
Biggest challenge of trying to get the band out there?
Yeah, like what?
Well, we're an independent band, so we do it ourselves. So I mean, it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort on our part. We've hooked up with some great people, and most recently with Curtain Call Records, and Gigi over there and Angela over there is working pretty hard for us. So we partner up with people like that. But the biggest challenge is just trying to be a musician, and we're very art brain kind of people, but trying to work on the business side of it too, which we know is important, but doesn't necessarily intrigue us all that much.
Right. No, that's understandable. Now, is the music scene in Michigan like different than other parts of the United States?
Yeah, I think it's different everywhere. In Michigan, it's like people still like a lot of good hard rock. There's a lot of techno stuff going around, Detroit area and things like that I've noticed and whatnot. And it's I don't know, it's just a different world now. Like in the last 10 years, it's like we're competing a lot more with DJs and rap. And I mean, it all has its place, but I'd like to see a little bit more, exposure for rock, which is where you guys come in. So thank you for doing what you do.
Oh, absolutely. We're trying to get it back out there too. I mean, we really like helping people too, helping you get out there, because not only does it help you guys. It helps us too, and we're all just trying to get the music we love out there. And now, how do you promote your band and shows? Like, do you do them like yourselves also, or I mean, take me through promoting?
Promoting? Well, we'd sometimes hire promoters or whatever. We we book shows or mini tours or what have you. We try to get with other bands that match pretty well, and we do a lot of social media stuff for promoting, and try to partner up with the clubs as much as we can, kind of promoting that they have going on, and anything internet or web based or pretty much just all that stuff.
Well, you always have us. If anything's coming out, you guys need to get shared. We've got your back on that one.
That sounds great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, can you tell us a little about
Social media is definitely a great avenue for that.
Right, absolutely. Can you tell us a little about the albums you have out? Anything new in the works, either?
Yeah. The quick but long tale of it is we started the band years ago, made our first album. Oh, man, it's been a long time. I think it was 2001? Something like that. But we broke up after that because Scott and I joined another Detroit band that was called Throttle Body at the time. And we played with them for quite a few years. And Throttle Body guys got busy playing with a different band, with another band. And so we ended up, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. So we ended up, pardon me. Let's start over. So we were playing in Throttle Body. The other guys in Throttle Body got an offer to go play with the Detroit band Sponge. They got busy doing that, so we thought, well, we don't want to sit around doing nothing. Let's put our band back together. That's when we got Jimmy Conrad on bass. We put out the album Nothing to Lose. That's when I really felt like we were like writing, songs that were a little bit better, than say beginner band songs. So we really enjoyed that record. We toured on it for a while. We played on that record for a while. We kind of hit a lull. We got into like a cover band phase. Yeah, because we were able to just go out locally. We weren't playing a lot of shows throughout the traveling or anything. We were just playing locally, making money, doing covers, and kind of got stuck on that and writer's block. But then finally we did the Nothing to Lose album. Electric Life. And when that album came out, then it's like things kind of really started taking off. That was like 2015, and that was a much more successful run for us. And yeah, I know I'm getting long-winded here, but yes, we have new stuff in the works. But Jimmy quit on us, so we're looking for a new bass player so we can.
We have about 30 songs that are like a shell, and they're not completed. Some are a little bit more done than others, but we've got a bunch of material. And still new things that we're kicking around that we're creating as of right now.
They're in the vault.
And currently finding some bass players that are willing to jam with us and move this thing forward until we find a permanent replacement. We've finally gotten to that point where we got some guys jamming with us. So hopefully things will start moving along a lot faster, and we'll have a whole new album out shortly. Maybe even by the end of this year. Who knows?
What would be great is if you find a bassist out of this interview. That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Now, how has your sound
Tell all your
changed?
bass friends. I'm sorry. We talk over you. I know. We're just rambling idiots. Continue.
Just a little bit of lag, I think. How has your music changed from album to album?
It's gotten better.
I hope. I think it's a maturity in the songwriting a little bit. That first album we did so long ago, and it was like the very, very first Fresh album was like songs that we actually wrote, and we were like, wow, these don't suck. And then the next album was kind of like, these are pretty good, and like I actually,
I think the production too has also gotten better from the first album until now. Like,
technology's
made it out tremendously.
Technology's made it better for independent bands to record their own stuff. So
right,
that's helped as well.
Now, are most of your songs like from personal experience, or do you draw inspiration from other people's experiences?
It's mostly personal. I like to write about life. So I'm, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel bad, love and heartbreak and striving for success or money or, happiness and all that stuff. It comes from the heart.
That's great. I like that. I like that answer a lot because I've found that a lot of them draw from other people's, inspiration from other people's. And I thought, I think everybody has your own personal experiences that you can write about that everybody can relate to, So.
Sure.
Now, here's a question I like to ask. If I were to turn on your iPod to your recently played list, who would I find?
Scott, you want to go?
Probably
first?
Robert Plant.
Robert Plant.
Who else have I been listening to?
I have my most recent two things that I've listened to was Enya and the Scorpions.
There you go. You can't beat those two either, though.
Yeah, it's kind of not really a match made in heaven, I would say, but I don't know. Maybe I was sad one day. I put on some Enya. But I'm happy again because I was listening to the Scorpions.
There you go. Scorps are always the good one. I
And
like
then John
them
just
too.
sent me something on a band called Rough Cut, so I was jamming those a little bit. Isn't that what they were called?
Rough Cut, yeah.
Now, do you guys have any shows coming up? If so, where are they going to be?
We haven't booked a lot of shows simply because we don't have a permanent bass player. We had shows booked that we fulfilled our agreements with some fill-in guys. But we have a show actually this Friday because it's a local place in Hell, Michigan. Going back to hell. We go down there a lot and we'll just play the whole night. And it's kind of like a fun jam. We'll do our stuff. We'll do a bunch of covers. We'll just hang out. We invite a bunch of friends. And so if you're anywhere near Hell, Michigan on Friday the 13th, which is a great day to play in Hell, come on out to the Hell Saloon. We'll be there from 9 to 1.
Awesome. I'll have to let my buddy know. See if we can get him over there.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell him to come out to Hell.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's close to Detroit. So if he's close to Hell, he might come. Now, last question. Okay. If you guys could tell your fans or anyone else about the band, what would you like them to know?
I would just say that our band is about having fun and energy and a great live experience. I want it to be music. It's music I feel like that people could drive fast to or have a party to. It's not too moody. It's like I hope it's uplifting. That's because that's what I want it to be.
And we'd like to let them know that hopefully there's some new Spiral Crush material coming soon.
And I would also tell them,
working on it.
I would also say, play it for your friends so we can have more fans.
We'll get it on.
Spread
I'm
the
pretty
love.
sure we just played the main song on Saturday evening, I believe, and had a couple comments. So I have a feeling you guys are going to be you're going to get there. You definitely have the energy and the drive and the heart to make it. So I would wish you the best of luck for that for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. So thanks so much, guys, for taking the time for an interview today. We know you're busy, and it's greatly appreciated. Everybody, don't forget to check out Spiral Crush on the Manamal Streaming Radio. Tune it in and turn it up.